Hey guys, just here with a Majespecter deck profile for you today. So I'm just going to go through the deck I've got. It's a pure Majespecter build. A lot of people combine it with other things, but I just like to run things pretty pure, so I'll just show you how it goes. So first up, we've got the 3 Raccoon, sort of staple in the deck. It's your basic searcher of your other Majespecter monster cards. Run them in 3 all the time. Next one, and you'll notice that all the monster cards I've got, I'm running 3 of each monster, Majespecters. Some of them aren't that great, but I just want to get, the best chance of getting a Majespecter monster at any time. So that's why there's 3 of each, even though they're not all that great. So we've got 3 Fox, very good card. Fox is your trap searcher, search any Majespecter trap. Got to have that one at 3, very good. Next one, Majespecter Crow, running that at 3 as well. That one searches out your spells. So a lot of good Majespecter spells and traps, and getting them with those is really good. They're all pendulums, so you can recycle these to activate their effects. They'll search their particular thing out when they're special or normal summons. So cycling through with all your pendulum summons is the way to go. Next up, we got 3 Majespecter Toad, and when that's normal or special summon, that will set a spell or trap card from your deck. So the other ones, they go to the hand. This one goes straight set. Can be good, but not always great. But running it at 3, just so we've got as many as we can. Then 3 Cat. When Cat special or normal summoned, at the end of your turn, you can add any Majespecter card to your hand. So it's very good, as long as you remember to actually activate the effect. Next, we're running 1 Kirin. Found that even though Kirin's been limited now, it's not much of a problem, because Kirin's very easy to search out with Raccoon, and you probably wouldn't want more than 1 of them anyway. So really fantastic card. Basically, just tribute 1 wind spellcaster monster to send an opponent's monster back to the hand. Can activate in your turn or their turn. Excellent card, must have at 1. Next up, we've got 3 Archfiend Eccentrics. They're not Majespecters, but they've got quite good cards to deal with spell or traps or monsters on the field. If you use it as a monster, they can destroy an opponent's monster by sacrificing itself, and if you place it in the pendulum zone, you can destroy a spell or trap card on the field. It's a pendulum card, so you can just keep on bringing that back again, doing that over again, and it's a scale 7, unlike Majespecters, which is scale 2 and 5. This is the only card in the deck that can actually bring out the Kirin as a pendulum summon, so that's another reason why that's in there. Second last, we've got Luster Pendulum Draco Slayer, just a really good card in any pendulum deck, and gives you the chance to use some extra deck cards. And scale of 5 works really well with Majespecters, because they're level 4 and 3 monsters, so it's a good scale there. Fantastic effect as well, which basically, if you don't know, whatever's in your other pendulum zone, you can destroy that and just add another one of the same to your hand. So just good to get pendulum monsters in the extra deck, and works well with Majespecters. Last one, Rescue Hamster, just because really good to get your pendulums back, and again, the scale of 5 works really well in this deck. Plus, thematically, works pretty well as well. So that's it for the monsters. Got quite a lot of those, because they can search out the other things. You don't need to run that many spell and traps, because your monster cards can search them out. So speaking of which, as for traps, this is what we've got. Not running a great deal of the Majespecter traps, because you can just search them. You don't want to get tons of them in your hand at the start of the game, because it's pretty useless. So running 2 Tempest, fantastic. Basically, you can just stop whatever your opponent's doing. So activate this, you can tribute a wind spellcaster type monster. It can either negate an effect or stop a special summon, negate a special summon. So very, very good. Got 2 of those. We've got 2 Majespecter Tornadoes, and they're bait banish. So you tribute a wind spellcaster type monster, banish an opponent's monster. Just really good to be banishing stuff in the meta at the moment. We've got Majespecter Supercell, which will, when that's activated, it's a continuous trap card. If you've got 5 Majespecter cards in your deck, you can put them in the discard pile. You can put them back into the deck and draw a card, and this makes it so that Majespecter spell and trap effects can't be stopped, basically. So really good. run it at 1. You don't want to clog up with too many more than that, and you can search it with Fox or Toad or Cat, so you don't really need too many. Got then Quaking Mirror Force. Love this card, put it in every deck. When your opponent attacks with a monster, turn all of their face-up attack position monsters to face-down defense position, and they can't be changed. So just basically just shut them down pretty good. Run that at 1. And just a Grand Horn of Heaven. Not a great card, but just stops their main phase from happening, stops a special summon, so it just works in theme with the Majespecters. So that's it for the traps. Going on to spells now. We have got 2 Majesty's Pegasus. You definitely want to get this out as much as possible, but the reason why there's not 3 is because you can run 1 Terraforming as well, which basically counts as another one and stops you from clogging up with too many of them. So essentially what this does, it works really well with all the Majespector monster effects. You can destroy a Majespector, attribute it to special summon another Majespector level 4 or lower from your deck. So then once you do that, you can pendulum summon back the thing you just destroyed, build up field presence pretty well. Really good card. It adds 300 attack and defense to your Majespectors as well, which they're pretty low attack and defense, so that's always good. And because you're always going to be banishing, destroying your opponent's monsters, you're going to be doing a lot of attacking directly, so any little extra bit helps. So that's that. Next up with the spells, we've got 2 Majespector Sonics. Run this at 2 because you probably want to activate them both at once if you got them. They double the attack and defense of Majespector monster cards. And so it's a quick play spell effect. It's just good. If your opponent's attacking them, activate 1 or 2 of these just to double or quadruple your attack, but it does halve any damage it inflicts. So it's just basically you activating your opponent's turn to stop your little squishy monsters from getting damaged or destroyed. So to run that at 2. Next, Majespector Cyclone, quick play spell that destroys your opponent's monsters. So this deck's all about destroying them, banishing them, doing whatever so that you don't have to deal with them. The monsters are very weak, but if you can get rid of them with your spells and traps, that's how you do it. So we've got 2 of those, don't need more than that because you can search it easily. We've got 1 Majespector Storm. It's not quick play, that's why it's only 1 of it. So it's situational, you just search it out if you need to get rid of something on your turn. It shuffles an opponent's monster back into the deck. So very good. You've got a tribute to Wind Spellcaster, but who cares because he gets Pendulum it back, so that's fine. Next up, got 1 Twin Twisters, pretty self-explanatory, just have that all the time, no reason not to. Got Pendulum Impenetrable. Now, Majespector monsters can't be targeted or destroyed by spell or trap cards, but when they're in the scales they can be vulnerable, and if you get rid of Majespector scales at the wrong time, they're completely wrecked. So I find this card to be quite useful in this deck, just to activate it and stop your Pendulum scales from being destroyed for 1 turn. Can make or break you depending on the situation. And lastly, I run 2 Pendulum Rising. So just another way to cycle through your Pendulum monsters, get them into the extra deck so you can keep on cycling them through, keep activating their effects over and over again. So run 2 of those. As for the extra deck, Majespectors don't go into the extra deck very much, but I've just got a couple in here just in case they're needed. So you got your 1 Abyss Dweller, just to shut down the things happening in the discard pile there. We've got 2 Dinoster Draco Slayers, quite good. Don't go into them very often, but it's an option just to protect any other Pendulum monsters. 2 of those. 1 of these, not that great, kind of not really needed, but in theme with the Majespectors, so that's still in there. Can be useful sometimes. And probably just about my favourite synchro card, thank you there. The Blasting Draco Slayer, fantastic effect. You get that out, that's one of the main reasons why I've got the Draco Slayer Pendulum monster in there, so got to get that. So that's basically it for that. Found it to be pretty good, and yeah, thanks for listening, and that's been Majespector Deck Profile. Thank you very much.